Might as well, yeah. I can't. No. That's Vulcan. That's long This is long That's for I invented that for continuity. And like the last song, prior song.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, there was two.
He's with the great giraffe now. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the closing ceremonies of Anthrocon 2016, the 20th annual Anthrocon convention, which I do believe continues to be the largest furry convention in the world. I could make a lot of more words up here, but again, the folks who have made this convention the success that it is are primarily sitting up here on the stage. This is not to put down the efforts of the some 250 odd staff members and army of volunteers, but these are the folks up here whose job it is to lose sleep. So, as we wind down, we need to just tell you a few things about this year and about next year, and I think the easiest thing to do would be to start at the stage right and just closing comments from the various directors. Introduce yourself, who the heck you are, and what you want to say.
Acting Director of Registration. We've had quite an increase this year. Last year, if you recall, we had a little over 6,300 attendees. This year, the total number of attendees is 7,300.
Isn't that an increase of nearly 1,000?
Almost.
How nice.
We love you, Kage!
Okay, next up, Tiger.
Well, we had a pretty good weekend, I think. Things were reasonably quiet. And because of that, I've got some message from our friend Fuzzy the Enforcer, who's here earlier. They had to depart early for another engagement. But they did want to pass along that they appreciated things being quiet. It turns out the only thing they had to do was use one pair of concrete shoes. And my understanding is that went to the guy who manufactured the badge print.
Here. By all reports, the dealer's room was an excellent success. I hope you all got out there and spent a ton of your money. Our dealers gave a very positive report. And the fursuit photo this year went quite well. Despite apparently that half the room was still there when the end of the fursuit parade was coming in.
I'm listening.
The photo went well. It is up on the net. It is in that photo approximately $3.8 million worth of fursuits.
What was the final number? We take three numbers and average them. What was the final number in the parade?
You'll have to ask KP about that when it's his turn.
But I'll have to
It
wait.
scares me, Sam. It scares me.
I'm Brian Harris, I'm the charity director, and I'm going to go over the charity numbers with you. Starting from the smallest to the largest, Grace Goldino Jawa, an artist in the dealer's room, raised $85 at her table for the charity this year, which was great. Our charity this year, I mentioned, was the Pittsburgh Zoo and PBT Aquarium. Then Dirty Paws raised $112 for the zoo as well. First Science, the folks doing the surveys, raised $150 for the charity. There was an ACE and Anthrocon panel that dropped off $150. We don't have the specifics on that. Does anybody know who dropped that off? No? Anonymous dropped off $150.
The guys with the masks.
They received cash donations of $253 at their table. Who's Line raised $644. They brought to the charity auction and just plopped down on the table in a giant hat. Thank you, Aqualot. They raised $936 in merchandise sales in the dealer's room. The charity poker tournament brought in $1,610, which is better than last year of $1,320, so that's an increase. That's great. Thank you very much. The Bucket Brigades brought in $3,026, which is great. Thank you to all of us. The charity raffle brought in almost as much as we used to make at some auctions. Last year we had $42.15. This year we had $5,353 in the raffle alone, which is great. The Talking Together comedy show brought in $6,150.
Wow.
And then they did a pass around and raised an additional $740. And finally, the charity auction had a great year, improving last year by $3,000 for a total of $11,670. And our grand total we raised for the Pittsburgh Zoo, and this is tentative. We're expecting to bump up a little more as we learn more detail. We have $30,880. Pittsburgh Zoo to come up and say a few words.
I actually was standing backstage a little bit ago, and there's a bunch of porcupine quills back there, and I didn't realize how quickly this weekend went, and how amazing it all was. From opening ceremonies to here at closing ceremonies already, but over $30,000 is just obscene. It's amazing. I can't say how overwhelmed I am and how grateful we are. This is just, these kind of efforts really make everything that we do seem worthwhile, and help with our conservation and wildlife initiatives. And to see this many people that care about animals the way that we do, and have a passion for the city, and so many out-of-towners that are giving and have a passion for all of us here. It is truly, truly tremendous, and it's been an amazing experience getting to meet so many of you and having conversations and just, feeling welcome in my own city too. So we can't wait to have you back again next year. Already looking forward to seeing all of you again next year, but I can't say thank you enough to this amazing board from the beginning when we met with them and they walked us through all of this, to all of you. I mean, you guys have opened up your hearts and opened up your checkbooks, and it is really, really appreciated. I can't say it enough. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Just a tiny request. At some point, I'm certain the zoo will obtain another giraffe. And when you do get a giraffe, on behalf of Anthrocon, could you name it?
Bree!
Thank you.
Hi, Carl Ferguson, also known as Sound Publications Director.
Do I have anything to say? How did the media do this?
The media went great. We had lots of media attention, especially from WTAE. They love us, we love them. Everything seems to have gone good. Hopefully, people saw footage of the fursuit parade that everybody and their dogs that we seem to have covered. Lots of pictures out there. So cool.
Good.
Well, we became the 4th most popular hashtag trending for Pittsburgh over the weekend. Earlier today, we actually set a convention record in Twitter. We've been keeping track of our impressions, and just a couple hours ago, we broke 1 million impressions over the last week for the first time in our existence. So this is awesome to see all over Twitter, and we can't thank you enough for that. Thanks, guys.
Hi everyone, my name is KP. I'm the Events and Programming Director. And someone had asked earlier what the number for the fursuit parade was. Last year, the number of fursuits in the parade was 1,460. This year, it was 2,100 on the nose. And just so you guys know how Herculean an effort that was, as the first people were coming back from the outdoor and dealers room part of the parade, only about 1/4 of the parade had actually left the hall where it started. It took almost an hour to get everybody out of there. It's a lot of fursuits, so thanks to everybody who participated. Did have one other thing that we wanted to mention. The folks that did the masquerade, as well as our DJs and some of our musicians, have not yet picked up your performer tags and ribbons. I do have them here. If you would like to pick them up, they will be available right here around the main stage right after closing ceremonies, but not too long afterwards because I have things that I'm not hungry. So that's all. Thanks everybody. Felt like a great weekend.
I'm just going to ask one thing. Did everyone have fun? So, Gentile, AV Director, I just hope everyone had fun from our dances and... Alright. Hello, everyone. So, first, just want to thank my AV crew. I mean, I'm just one guy, but the guys back there, on the right, those are the guys who do work. First is actually the setup for this fine truss equipment right here, about time-lapse. And we also have footage of some drone footage of the fursuit parade, in case somebody probably saw it before flying. Guys, when you're ready, if you can throw it up there, we'll hopefully back there.
Nice. Beth?
This is actual time.
drone, yeah.
Contributing to such a wonderful experience. Thank you.
It would be completely remiss of me if I did not recognize we had three magnificent and very, very luminary guests of honor this year, and it was our pleasure to have them here. As I explained to one of them, Anthrocon firmly believes when you have a guest of honor, this is not a marketing thing, this is not a, hey, let's bring people in. We invite these folks because we do want to recognize the contributions that they have made in the field of anthropomorphics, and we are extremely pleased to have them up here. I just noticed the boys ran and grabbed them down there. Who's closest up here? Let's bring them on up if we can, all three of them. We've got anything you'd like to say, I'll hand this to you.
Well, I want to thank you all very much for being such a great and welcoming community for my first furry convention. I certainly hope it's not my last. You guys were fantastic. It's one of the best cons I've ever been to, and I owe it all. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me here. Like I said before, it was a tremendous honor, and turned out to be hands down the best convention experience I've ever had. So thank you again.
Thank you so much for inviting us as guests. This is fantastic. I definitely will turn on that con later, so is going to be open for as long as you want it to be open. If you guys feel like coming back sometime, I can't do the big fancy cars, but we can at least make sure you're taken care of while you're here. I'm sure these would love to see you again. We've got many staff members out there. It would be impossible for me to thank every single one of them. I wish I could, but we'd be here for quite some time, and I think by o'clock. But with hope not to single anybody out, I do want to thank for the 16th, some whatever the year that we've had the Dorsai regulars who have been keeping us safe and secure since some of them had black hair. I do want to thank them once again for the fine job they've done and continue to do. I would also like to thank our absolutely beloved sign language interpreters. We have Lauren and Vic is hiding backstage back here. They're the ones who help to keep Anthrocon accessible to those who do not hear as well as you and I. Without them, Anthrocon would not be as whole as it is. Wholeheartedly apologize to Rick, whom I love like a brother with all my heart, for making him say all those naughty things during the performances. Let's see, let us not forget Fizz Otter, those wonderful fursuit tags and the laser stuffs. I mean, this guy is like amazing. Any words you want to throw out there, Mick? I mean, actual voice words, or...
So, they put me on a podcast the other night after some getting some alcohol after I was done working, and I heard that I'm not allowed to talk anymore, so I think probably shouldn't say anything. I'll stick to signing.
Thank you. I would like to say this year went perfectly. There are a few things that did not. We are human beings, and we do make mistakes, but one of the hallmarks of Anthrocon is I ensure we do not make the same mistake twice. Some of the things that went rocky this year, we have already put plans in place to improve them. As long as we improve ourselves continuously over the years, that's all I ask of my fine staff. Giza, we have a mechanism in place for folks to leave feedback. Would you like to tell them what that is?
Sure. If you go to www.anthrocon.org/survey, just fill out the survey there. Let us know what you loved, and let us know what we can do better. Thanks.
We would also like to thank Mary Capaldi, Monarch, who made those magnificent standees, the mascots for all of our hotels. I think it's the first time Furry Conventions hotels have had their own mascots. There is a tiny note I have to make. I hate to make this note. Somebody seems to have removed the mascot standee from the Hampton. That's a very naughty thing to do. I got a deal for you. If you return it before tomorrow morning, no questions asked, that's fine. It was a nice joke. If it's not back tomorrow morning, we will find out who you are, and this will be your last Anthrocon. Is that clear? Thank you. It's leave about a downer, but look, you don't screw around with Moth Monarch when I'm around. Okay, we do have lost and found. If you have lost something or found something, at this point, please take it over to our operations office in the Westin on the 3rd floor. That's the Crawford room. Please, tonight, if you can, look through your possessions and see if there's anything missing. It is a good chance that we have it. As of tomorrow at noon, anything that we found, if it is travel necessary, like car keys and such, we will turn over to the Western front desk. Everything else, we're going to take home, and then tomorrow the stuff crew and I are going to go through the box and see, okay, can we identify who it belongs to? If not, well, I'm sorry. By the way, some of the things you guys lose, it's like, wow. I mean, we have found car keys, we found car tires, we found cell phones, real phones. Come get your stuff, okay? Let's see. Anything else that ought to be covered? A quick shout out. Again, this year was a special year for us, not only our 20th our 20th Anthrocon, but it was a year we did have to say goodbye to some delightful staff members. Jay Badger, who most of you knew at some point, he did depart us this year. He's with the Great Giraffe now. My dear and sainted father, I'm sure those two are happily drinking together, because that's what they did when they were here, so why not? Our next Anthrocon, awesome. Our next Anthrocon is going to be, I believe, June 29th through July 2nd of 2017. Our theme will be Take Me Out to the Ball Game. So you can keep your tabs on for what you might do for our convoke and such. All right. If there are no further comments from the Board of Directors, yes, prohibition ends as soon as I say the magic word, and I'm going to be running right over to the West End to celebrate. Ladies and gentlemen, Anthrocon would not be Anthrocon without all of you. I mean, it would be boring. We'd be sitting up here talking to an empty room. That would be weird. But we thank you. We thank the furry fandom. You guys are great. The reason we do this is for you, and you know, why is that? Hell, because you guys are worth it. We love you. We want to give something to you. So on that note, I do officially, as chairman, declare Anthrocon 2016 closed. Please do go enjoy yourselves, but remember you are still bound by our standards of conduct until you leave Pittsburgh. So let's not go crazy. Don't go out there and have too much to drink and make an idiot out of yourself. That's my job. Thank you all.